Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Upgrade for only $3,000.
Upgrade of what?
There is nothing in this universe
an upgrade
for
of a wasp.
3,000 Seabills.
Yeah, if you're gonna fly from LAX to Fiji,
Yeah.
upgrade to business class from economy, it's gonna cost you $3,000. But it's cheaper than $4,500.
Yeah, no, that's true. You did have a negative experience last time we went to Australia. And we were having what I think is probably the coolest lunch we've ever had in our lives.
Yes.
At a Japanese okonomiyaki place in
Don't say that.
No.
in
So
Melbourne for some reason.
I love
No, it wasn't
okonomiyaki.
during that. It was after that when we were cracking.
When we had purchased a bunch of card packs for a Japanese game at a specialty retailer, and we were having the time of our lives. And then you were looking at your phone, and then Vizel was like, I don't think
the airport.
Yeah, Vizel was like, I don't think this is when your flight is. I think your flight is at a different time. And then you saw it, and then we put those cards back in the box right away. And then didn't you have to purchase a ticket at flight time, more or less?
Oh yeah, no, flying a one-way ticket from one country to another that day is extremely expensive.
No, I think.
Hello, and welcome to Black Remnant.
No, and what you said at the time, talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, listen, we're busy.
Yeah,
we'll
talk
get to
amongst
your
yourselves
Battletech later.
Yeah, and what you said is, I remember when after you purchased the ticket,
Yeah.
you were like, "No more wargaming for me, probably."
For a while. Yeah,
I think that's it.
no, not wargaming.
Yeah.
Purchasing wargaming.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can wargame,
yeah.
but with the old stuff.
That's after crying for a bit
Oh my god,
in an airport.
dude, it was a rough ride, dude. That was an intense experience.
Yeah, so I got all my flights plugged in to Google Calendar. My flights, not
Your
yours.
flights,
With the appropriate
extra data,
time zones.
metadata,
And then I'm gonna be fucking checking the apps.
Confirmation
Both Alaska
codes.
and Fiji Airways both of them have the app.
Oh, thank God. Well, listen, you have this dealt with. Now, obviously, these procedural matters fully resolved. Now it's time to move into Black Remnant. It's a heady blend, a zesty blend, perhaps, of role-playing and wargaming that takes place inside the Battletech.
War PG?
War
PG?
The War PG is the nomenclature. Yeah. Now, when last we saw our heroes,
Oh, it was a shit show.
let's go. Let's take the microphone. Now, Mr. Benson.
Yes. Hello.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. You have the coin. Now,
I'm here to talk about the things that happened.
I remember that. So we had the annual Calypso games.
You had the annual
Stavron managed
Calypso
to make literally every person angry somehow. Which I mean, I guess it isn't a huge surprise if you're familiar with
unintentionally.
if you're familiar with the product.
No, he tried to make people happy and it made everyone sad.
Yeah, it's
Not
a great
sad,
book.
angry.
It's a really good book.
It started off well.
Yeah.
The games were going great.
Did it?
The nanobots decided to join in on their own, completely upsetting Roshan.
No, and it made some complexities about who had primacy in a conflict that was supposed to be between human beings.
Then it was Stavron who came out on top of these.
Just want to
Calypso
clarify,
games?
Roshan wasn't upset that he lost. He was upset that the change of the parameters of the competition.
Yeah, these are not the rules that we had agreed on. Anyway,
Oberon was also sad that he. Oberon was sad that he
Tough
had
shit.
lost. As Stavron went to console Roshan in his quarters, the nanobots delivered the
trophy
of the Seabill ripped off armor from the
Bounty Hunter's emblem.
Yep, and draped it around Stavron's neck.
well, which is very funny because in my mind, this is a classic role-playing thing. I was under the impression that this was about 2,000 pounds.
No, yeah.
This is a small piece of the exterior.
Yeah.
I see now that it's more like a Flavor Flav clock.
I mean, it's big, and it looks ridiculous, but it's not
Like the outermost.
It's a plate.
Yeah.
Substrate.
Exactly.
It was literally just a
just the
cut.
anodized portion.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they, as that was then thrown out, of the room, so Roshan didn't see it. Stavron's name was carved into it.
That's right, unfortunately. But I
not
buffed
carved,
it out. Yeah.
Engraved.
But I buffed it out.
Yep. Shit'll buff out.
Buff out. And then we stopped by a station for supplies.
Yes, you went to Burnout decided that it was a good time to refuel and also resupply, and you had scrap metal or scraps from
some salvage.
The fight with the bounty hunter. So Milton 2 was the closest planet to get to. You got down to the planet. You discovered that tabs were being sold by a new organization. Liam McKenzie.
Yes, a villain and a vagabond.
Was the one who is in charge of this. You found on one of the tab beers that you had that you were able to join in on this franchise that he was offering.
Yeah, apparently.
Went to his quarters. He was not there, but his butler greeted you and said he would reach out and Liam would get in touch with you. Also, you met the Cicerone, who was franchising
their
from
local sommelier for parts, salvage, etc.
The Cicerone visited the Calypso. You determined...
I had an opportunity to charm him.
Yep. And then you told him to get the fuck out of the Calypso.
That's true.
Because now you're still stuck with $2 million to scrap.
Yeah.
Because he realized that it was... Yeah, well, the problem was he realized that this was all the bounty hunter's salvage. And he needed to... One, it was dangerous for him to take it.
Yeah.
But two, if he was going to sell this...
He wants that seal.
He needed the seal, and you would not give it to him, even though he offered you $2.5 million, much over the asking cost.
Exactly. I mean, luckily, we are actually set up at the moment, and so the pressure isn't as strong. I'll be able to find a buyer for that stuff. I was hoping that by pushing the brand, perhaps, of the guts, it would increase the price for us. But the fact of the matter is that that's the trophy for the annual Calypso Games. I can't be giving that away.
Correct. You are sitting on...
What Severn doesn't know is even though we're flush with cash, he doesn't know that Rashawn wants to increase one of the attributes by 1, which will cost half of the money.
Which attribute?
Reflex, of course.
Well, I was just going to say, and so what we're saying is that inside the hybrid Alpha Strike Mechwarrior Destiny system,
each $1 million is worth 2 XP.
2 XP?
2 XP.
Yeah. And so what we're saying is that as our mercenary organization thrives, these are broad resources. Right. I'm saying, these are broad resources. Like the C-bills that we earn can be invested into mechs, which as we've been in the past. It can be used to, ameliorate things. It can be used like traditional C-bills in the role-playing side. But they can also be leveraged as XP, which we use to increase stats. Correct. And so the reason you would increase reflex, my suspicion, is so that your gunnery is going to be even more horrifying than it was previously.
There's a million reasons. I mean, you can also take new skills or add to your other skills that you have.
XP can get get expended.
It doesn't have to be just your attributes because we are, you're rolling for a lot of things.
Attributes are very expensive.
No, they're mega expensive. But the main thing is that the C bill is obviously very, very powerful in the inner sphere, but it's also powerful in this system, and it can be used for character improvements as well. So
after almost a 2-year campaign, we're finally looking at our character sheets to maybe level it up a little bit.
Understand that I already increased one of my stats.
Oh yeah.
That already happened.
That sort of happened.
I might have skimmed. I might have skimmed a little bit off the top. Now, but I think that it's probably worth, in our context, it's probably worth describing like how that happens and what it means, right? So obviously we're expending this cash, this money. What does it mean for the team to invest our cash in this way? How is it going to result in superior reflexes? right? Because I think that obviously mechanically, systematically, it works that way. But because the money that we have earned is getting split up a bunch of different ways, it's probably worth considering. How does that result? Because I will absolutely spend it. The truth is that Rashawn's the best investment this company has.
So you are working with a bank right now of 22 million C-bills and 2 million that you estimate. Cicerone doesn't think it's 2 million worth of scraps.
Yeah, that's going to require salesmanship. Like that's a variable currently, right? But what do we think it means when we make that kind of investment? I'm wondering for story purposes, just because we're going to lose that money in the company. It's going to be invested in the character.
Agree, yeah.
I'm saying, what do we think it means?
So what it means is that the reason why you would invest it in Rashawn's reflex attribute is because it directly affects his skill.
Oh, I know why I would do it mechanically.
Yeah, but I'm explaining the
it
mechanically, and it fits in almost his entire story arc where he lives in that cockpit. His room is sparse, as we described in the last session.
Yeah.
He spends very little time in there, only really to sleep. It's all in the simulator. It's in the cockpit. It's
So let's amortize it, right? Over all of these different things. So let's say over this period of time, we have made. This is a new chair. It is this new console here.
It is a second simulator.
It is a second simulator. It is all the things that we've done in the arc in aggregate are resulting in this reflex improvement. It's all the little things that we have done while he has been a member of Black Remnant.
Roshan was taken under the wing of a character that Roshan's player killed later, but that also Roshan learned under the tutelage of Kenji.
Yeah.
It has just all been about.
It's not 6 million at once. It is the expenditures.
It's more than that. So we can talk a little bit.
Hold on. Let me talk directly to chat. This was the first time hearing about it. I think that maybe my heart made up the number 6 million, but it sounds like it might be way more. It sounds like it might in fact be more than that.
If you'd like to know how this works, if it's an attribute, if you're going up a new rank from 2 to in the 3 range, the new rank is times 1.5, whatever your new rank is.
Okay.
4 to 5, it's times 3, and the most, if you're going to level 6, which is the highest attribute number you can have, it is times 6.
All right.
Now, if it's a skill, that's different. Everything is times 1.5.
Exactly, right. And so let's say that, while we are out here, I'm back in the ship. I've just kicked this motherfucker off the bridge. Or I just kicked him out.
You're kicking him. You're in the process of kicking him out.
Yeah. But let's say that like the last part of that investment. First of all, let me say that I think this is a really cool way of thinking of it. Second of all, let's say that the last part of this investment is the registration fee, where I'm basically connecting him to the Solaris games. Like the last part of it is like registering his call sign, but the call sign is just Roshan.
Yeah.
In the call sign field, I've just put Roshan in again. But because of the way it writes it out, it's Roshan. Yeah. Roshan Cole. I tried to leave it blank.
Just a little bit to note while you're making these decisions, as the Cicerone is leaving, and I want you to have this information as you're kind of discussing this.
I appreciate that. It's a real bro move.
Yeah. The Cicerone looks back, and I'll actually throw a chip in for this.
Oh.
The Cicerone.
I'm taking this one.
I got chips too.
Looks back, he says, Mr. Otho, I have something I need to discuss with you. I have just received some new information. I have been contacted by the sommelier. We would like to discuss a possible arrangement. I think you might be interested in.
Is this just sort of like he's walking out,
He's
but
walking out, but turns around.
Outlined
Yeah.
at the bulkhead?
Yeah, as he's going
he just
out
like
the bay
stops.
door.
He's like, "Oh, I got a message on my phone."
Yeah, yeah. And so in our possession here on Milton, we have a Dragonfire that is available for purchase. And we would like to offer this to you in use of your services.
Services?
It will still cost you, but we will give you reduced pricing. Right now, it's at 25 million C-bills.
I just cough. Sorry.
They're all going to also require a 10%.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting over space COVID. She said, "I'm at the tail end of here. You're fine. Like, you're not going to catch it."
And you see ZZ's head just pop up. She's like, "Dragonfire!"
I say, "Shh."
No.
I say, "We actually don't like that type of mech."
And she scuttles over out from the simulator and is like, just
climbing the walls.
No, climbing you, like just
here.
begging. She's like,
Here.
please,
But in the manner of a father, like trying to just trying to keep their child away from like the department store window. I'm just like trying to be cool out here. Like, this is business in front. Obviously, there's a party in the back, and I'm just trying to corral and contain this weasel behind me, because I need to make the case that we're not excited about that. We would have to be dragged kicking and screaming into it.
And she's just, please. I deserve a mech. I've done a lot for you. Please,
here,
please.
I say, Cicerone, one moment, and I turn around and I say, "You need to go."
No.
And
I need help. I can help with this.
You cannot. You don't know how. This is my world. And I think that my record of profound success precedes me here.
And she just chucks a wrench down on the ground and stamps back off and walks back to the simulator.
I turn around and say, "Please continue." Obviously, the Dragonfire is, sort of a 50-50 proposition
we
for
don't
us.
believe it's so much as it could be valuable to you in your operations. But
I said, "What's the base? What configuration are we talking about?" Because there's a menu here, and some of them I'm willing to entertain.
this is, I believe it's codified as the DGR-6FC.
I try to be cool.
I
rub my chin.
It has gauze rifles, lasers, and every other armament that I think would be, one, easily repairable by your ship's engineer, and also easily pilotable.
It sounds like you're telling me that we can't afford not to buy it.
Correct.
Okay.
But as mentioned, we
Just some light
on
labor.
this planet, yes, there is an old factory village, and let's just say we would like some supplies that are in salvage from that village that, well, maybe others are looking at as well. We would like to get that before them. If you would be interested, we would consider lowering the cost of this mech for you.
To what? It's best to talk about these things first. I'll also be accepting the full $2 million value for my salvage toward the purchase of this mech.
Okay, so you want...
See?
Trade-ins.
I'm always exactly. Trade-in's always big value.
Okay, so 2 million...
No, I mean,
We need room.
we have mechs to spare currently.
This is true.
Remember your bays are full at this point.
I know what to do.
Yes, that brings up a good point. Would you like, if you do purchase this, so you want $2 million. We're currently sitting at $25 million as an asking
Total
price.
value.
Do you want us to put your mech in cold storage for you? One of your mechs in cold storage, because we could negotiate that as a fee as well.
He is talking to me, and I am just looking at the claim jumper. Like there is a pause, like a pronounced pause in the conversation. The claim jumper represents the founding of Black Remnant, and it also represents like the battle mech that I basically grew up in, and is like the closest connective tissue to a family that I largely lost. But it doesn't have a place. Like when I think about the types of work we've been getting, it doesn't have a place in the modern. Right now, that is just taking up space.
But then you just see ZZ run around you like really quick, and she's like, "Oh, just give me the dragon fire. You can get rid of the Nova. Bye." And runs back to the simulator.
Yeah, but the Nova can punch through armor.
Yeah, the Nova's not going anywhere. I'm here to tell you that up front. That Nova Prime is always going to have a place as a starter mech in this organization. It's too mean up close. It's too mean. I mean, I don't care if you have to eject from it. Let's get that round. You know what I mean? We'll paper it over at the end. It's gonna be like a piñata by the end of it. Candy's just gonna fall out.
ZZ comes back or swings back around again. She's like, "I don't care what you have to do. Give me the dragon fire. You can use my repair bay and whatever you need to store there. Just give me the dragon fire.
She's just orbiting.
Yeah, and then she goes back to the.
She's just orbiting Stavrin.
She's just coming around every so often.
Yeah. Yeah. Stable.
She's like,
Stable
if she had a scooter, she'd be riding a little scooter.
Yeah, exactly.
Around.
I outlawed razors in the bay. Absolutely not. I don't like that sound.
What's the wheels light up?
Well, okay, now we're moving in the right direction. Now, so I'm looking back and I say, all right, total money we're taking off from the job, from the salvage, represented at its total value of $2.5 million. And this Pouncer, what are we looking at?
Wait, are you saying you want to sell this thing?
I'm saying you're going to buy it. The question is just how much.
I don't know if we're. I'd have to check. I don't know if we're in the.
You will check.
Capacity to
you
purchase.
Will check.
We could store, but
you will check, and I'm going to love the answer I get back.
What are you expecting? What's your price?
You can make me an offer.
No, I would prefer to know what you need so I can get you the best offer as I go back to the sommelier.
Say
skill check, figure out how much the thing's worth.
Yeah. Because I do know about it. This is
Yes,
probably
this is
probably negotiation at this point. Because he would know.
You would know exactly how much the thing's
There's
worth.
no question, right? Stavrin would absolutely know. And in fact, he's probably like on Blue Book or whatever the hyperpulse generator version of
Blue Book.
Yeah, exactly. He's on Starbook all the time, looking up the total value of it, and he's checking it all the time, and it goes up and down.
Space Zillow.
Yes, exactly.
Always running the numbers on the.
Oh, yeah. In his
the
mind,
drop ship.
in his mind, he's like, look, there's an exit point here for me. But yeah, I mean, I'm willing to negotiate with him on that.
Okay, so you want what skill do you want to use to
Negotiation.
negotiation? Okay, sure.
That's what I was thinking. All right, I get
9.
Okay, 9. I have 2 dice plus 4. So let's say 12.
You know that the Pouncer is anywhere between 7 and 11 million C-bills.
Okay. Well, I mean, I crushed him on this, so I'm going to be looking for 12, and then he can talk me down to the value of it.
What was your total?
12.
Your total was 12 against the 9?
Wait, 8 plus 4, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
12. You also know that the Dragonfire is roughly around 17.5 million.
Okay, now that's even better. And I'm going to say, I mean, we have a couple things to discuss here. First of all, this is a battle-tested platform. Mm-hmm. It's seen work in arenas. I mean, that's not a zero factor when you're talking about this from a marketing perspective. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, I mean, obviously, there's going to be a value add there. We're looking for probably 12 million there. Mm-hmm. And I think it's important to note, I mean, I understand that you and the Samae have a high opinion of yourselves in this market. And I'll be honest with you, I've loved doing business, and I've loved the products that I've received, but I think you're exaggerating a little bit. I'm choosing not to be offended, but you're probably 8 million over the typical asking for that configuration.
Sir,
right? I mean, this is correct.
We price our vehicles accordingly, specifically where we are, and how hard it is to retrieve one of these.
Yeah.
Taking that into account, we feel that the markup is justified.
Come on, staff, supply chain, man.
Yeah, exactly. Here's what I think. I think that you are down so bad that you're asking a perfect stranger to raid a place on your own planet.
Oh, sir, I have all of your information here. I know more about you than you may know about yourself. Yeah.
You might be surprised.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
You might be surprised by some of the particulars. Mm-hmm. I think you don't have many options. And I'm going to use that to turn the screws on you.
Sir, I'm just trying to provide you with a great deal at wonderful pricing and get you into this vehicle today.
Yeah, okay. So, 2 million for the parts.
Gotta throw in the off-road package.
Yes, exactly. 2.5 million for the salvage.
One more gauze rifle.
Yeah. Let's see, so we're looking at 2.5 million for the salvage. We're looking at 12 for the Pouncer. That takes us up to 14.5.
2 million, not 2.5. I don't know where that number came from.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we agreed on that.
No, I started out
absolutely.
1.6.
Makes sense.
You're bringing it up to 2.5. I'll meet you in the middle at 2.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now, let's say 12 for the Pouncer, so we're working on 14 now.
I don't understand where you get 12 for this Pouncer.
Dragonfire, again, the configuration that we're talking about, we're looking at 17 million C-bills. So, I mean, it sounds like, and then the job itself,
I'll give you maybe like 10.
The job itself is probably, we're going to charge 8 million. So by the end of this, you're going to give me the Dragonfire and 3 million C-bills. And I think we're going to be even.
You can roll me a negotiation on that one.
Sorry, I want to apologize to the chat.
But because that
who
was
I am.
Amazing.
So asinine.
I am going to take 1 dice away.
It's so asinine. I had to try it. So you actually are going to give me extra money for giving me this mech. All right, let's try it. 14.
9.
Okay, I will take it.
So okay, let me do the math here.
No, this is like when they have to go into the back and talk to the manager, and they're going.
Yeah, you just see like
the cat going like this.
Okay, so 17 million. We'll give you the asking. We'll bring it down to our price of 17.5
Well, that sounds correct to me.
million.
It feels true. It feels true. Is it true?
We'll take away 10 million of that for the Pouncer.
10. Hey, no.
Sir, I'm already giving you.
Well, no.
2
Listen,
million above.
no. You helped me out on the salvage. Let me help you out on this. I'm asking for 12. You want to pay 10? Let's say 11.
Fine.
It's the least I can do.
Okay, we'll say 11 on that. So we are now down to 6.5 million. Then we'll do 2 million on the salvage. So we're at 4.5 million you would owe. And for the job, we will give you a discount. I would say this job is worth about 4 million. So you probably owe us about 500,000 C-bills.
I reach out my hand and shake his hand immediately. Is this the first good deal I've made on this fucking game? Oh. Yeah. I guess we don't know what it looks like.
This is really dumb for me to ask Stav to be cool.
Yeah. Here. You know what? This is exactly right. I'll think about it. I say we'll be in touch. I'm like, do you know a good place?
No, sir. I mean,
do you know a good place to eat around here?
If I dropped it, listen. If I dropped it 250,000, would you sign right now?
What's it going to take to get you into a Dragonfire today? Let's say if you have something to sign, I have a hand.
And he wants a fingerprint.
Yeah, I place my thumb directly in the center.
No, worse, you lick it.
Yeah. I can't get it moist. Blech. He's gonna throw that pad away.
That's space COVID.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Thank you. We will send you the coordinates of the factory space.
Rating zone. Yeah.
We don't have much information, but I would expect hostiles to be there. And please do not look at the salvage. Just retain it.
Oh, I see.
Don't make eye contact.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's weird for the salvage. Yeah. The salvage doesn't like it.
This is a fucking Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not looking in there. They can have their mana or whatever the fuck. I don't want any ghosts coming out. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's hardcore stuff. People's faces melting off. No, thank you. Another classic '80s reference for this show. Yeah. And I just, without looking back at him, I'm just going to look over at the claim jumper, my Pouncer, and say, when are you going to be picking it up?
Once the mission is successful, we will make the exchange of mechs.
Okay. Yeah, I say we'll be in contact. Clear some space. Yeah.
And you see him walk out.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna climb up in there. I'm gonna climb up in the claim jumper. It's got a couple. It has a couple compartments inside there that have a few of my
Dirty magazines.
Yeah, my filthy. No, they're not merely dirty.
Another 80s reference for you kids
I
at
was
home.
just gonna say. Yeah, let me tell you about how pornography used to work.
Let me tell you about printed media.
Here, I'm here to tell you right now, and obviously, I'm not trying to get in trouble. But
Sponsored stream.
As an 18, this is just what happened. I'm not proud of it. But as an 18-year-old, I drove by a magazine of this genre at 60 miles an hour and recognized it for what it was.
The branding? Or just in general?
Chat, I went back. I went back. Can you imagine that acuity?
Yeah.
Anyway, you're sort of tuned into a very specific frequency at that age.
Cranston's got it for Roshan, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, can you imagine?
Just be mechs.
Yeah, it would just be actual mechs.
mechs.
No, but like really elaborate pictures of like the insides of the cockpits. Well, no, and depending on the era, like when they go into the actual your jumpsuit, like depending on the era, like you're hot. They don't spare the pilot. Those heat sinks are not for you. That's for the ordnance.
No, I'm saying like they would literally be robots.
Oh yeah, just actual robots.
It would be mechs.
The middle is just like a hatchet man. All right, now it's like you see that axe. You're like, this is it. I'm glad I got this issue. Now, so I am in there, but it has a few things that it's like, if it's going to be gone forever, like it has a few things that are in compartments and so forth that I have to extract. Mm-hmm. So it has something from my mom. I'm going to propose.
Mm-hmm. Is it being offloaded now?
No, but
okay.
When they come
You're
for it later. I'm starting the letting go process.
Yeah, you're starting the wake.
For me.
The internal.
Exactly. It has one of her old necklaces that has this strange symbol on it that, you know, means something now. Now we understand that this is associated perhaps with a new aggressor faction.
Entire audience.
Yeah. At last, yeah, exactly. But now I understand that this symbol might actually mean something else.
And also she's alive, so it's not that poignant anymore.
Exactly. It's not a big deal. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you know what? These treasures, get them out of here. Treasures. And so let's think of something good that I had in there. And obviously, the whole mech is a gift. I mean, the whole mech is from my dad, and so that isn't a huge deal.
Yeah, fuck him. Just gave him a mech.
Yeah. I'm saying that in terms of like selling the mech is the bad part. Yeah. Let's say that I have a picture of him in there, but it's lost.
Oh, you can't find it?
No, I can't find it. I can't find it at all. And now I'm going through all the different places. I'm like,
did you look under the floor mats?
Exactly. I'm like, did I tuck it into a crack? Or, you know what I mean? Like, this is something that like Jerry Holkins, as opposed to Saffron Otho, always does. I always outsmart myself by putting something that I really want to remember where it is in a weird place that's not helpful.
Right.
And in my mind, I'm like, we call this outsmarting yourself in my house, where you put it in a completely stupid place that you would never, ever go to. But for whatever reason at that moment, you're like, well, obviously this is a place I'm always looking here. He can't find it. He cannot find this picture of his dad that he has kept in his cockpit. He has the necklace. He cannot find the picture of his dad. I'm tearing it out. I'm opening the cockpit and I'm asking Zizi to bring up a tool pail.
Okay. She clearly does.
Yeah,
She's excited. She's like,
I'm loosening plates.
Hey, here you go. Do whatever you need. When can I get my Mech? Can I get my Mech?
Here, no.
When can I get my Mech?
You're gonna have to do something for me first.
What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do?
You're gonna have to come with us downside and do a job. I didn't think it was gonna be a. Listen,
okay, cool.
See,
awesome.
I was just leaning it up. I was just making a big deal of it.
Can I take the glass?
It's not yours. You're gonna have to ask your brother. Now, and so I turn back and I just start mumbling to myself, trying to find this picture. So I'm going to be in there for 15, 20 minutes, like trying every crevice, every place. I'm pulling up the floor mat. It's gone.
You just hear
I can't find it at all.
banging and all sorts of sounds coming out of the
He already
console.
agreed to the price. So if this pouncer is just in is palletized on about 8 separate pallets, it is what it is. Yeah.
Zizi was looking over the hatch of the cockpit. Like, what are you doing?
I lost something in here. It's not important. You can listen. Dream of dragonfire. Dream of dragonfire, my child, and of things that will bite. I just let me find. I'm trying to find something important in here.
Susie pulls the photo out of her back pocket. She's like, "You looking for this?"
Why do you, what? I take it. It's just, you were fixing this. You were preparing. You were.
Yeah, I've stripped this whole thing down multiple times. I know about all the stuff that you've lost in here.
So what else does she have anything else?
No, I threw it away. It was gross.
It was disgusting. I say, well, yeah, and it's like already like let's say
you could just ask.
Let's say 3 panels have now been. It's like when you dismantle a keyboard to clean it.
Stripped.
No, some of these screws aren't screws anymore. The center of it is just a shiny circle. And I say, here, come here. I wave her into the cockpit.
She sighs and crawls in.
I get out. As soon as she gets in, I get out onto the ladder and I say, you gotta fix all this. And I'm gonna climb down the ladder and take my picture and my necklace.
She just says, God! And then slams the cockpit shut.
I'm gonna take my...
You hear wrenching noises.
Necklace, exactly. I'm gonna take my necklace, take my picture, and I'm gonna bring it back to the room and I'm gonna put it in a place I'll never lose it. I'm gonna put it in a new place. I'll never lose it. It's gonna be between like the back part of the bed. It's a little slot inside the bed. There's a little bit of room in there. I'm gonna put the picture in, and it disappears. I'm like, that's safe. I'll be able to find that later. Deep inside, I'll have to dismantle the Calypso the next time I try to find this. The next time I try to find this picture. But I feel confident at this point that I've done well. Feels great. I feel like $1 million. I made a deal that at least I guess we haven't done the job. I guess we'll see what happens with this job.
We might just be out of a deposit.
Yeah,
so that'd be cool.
Fair.
When we end the campaign.
Yes, exactly.
In this
right.
next downside drop.
I was just gonna say the very next time we go down, we'll see how it goes. But it sounds like somebody else is hungry for these materials, so we'll see who they send down.
Roshan is inside of the blood asp, adjusting heights of some of the control sticks and getting
basically getting seated.
Yes,
in there,
making all the
customized, slightly raising.
There's a recognizable D stick on the right side that was pulled out of Samira, that is now in the blood asp. Just making a Roshan-shaped space inside this cockpit.
Yeah, perfecting it. Mm-hmm. So there isn't anything to draw attention.
No, there's no surprises the first time he runs it out.
So does Samira have the blood asp stick?
Yes.
Okay, it has a stick. I just want to make sure that it has a yoke.
It has a D stick.
Okay, good.
No worries there.
Okay, we love that. Yeah, and so that's the. I think that's the rest of the afternoon is prepping this. Is prepping the battle mechs and the hold for deployment. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna now that I have the coordinates, I'm gonna head up to the cockpit, let Burnout know where we need to go. Mm-hmm. And sort of give him a timeline, but I don't see any reason to wait, especially if other people are trying to get this stuff.
Yep. As you walk into the bridge, Burnout says, "Hey, listen, I'm going to come down and do this mission with you. You don't need ZZ."
I mean, it is what it is. We may end up seeing something that we don't like. We may end up needing another mech, and. Also, do we trust ZZ to fly this and come in and get us? You're not doing the math.
No, listen. I got somebody chasing me. I got to get my hands back in a mech.
He needs reps.
Yeah, he needs reps. I'm like, you know that we have we have 2 simulators. Like
Oh, I get it.
You can spend quality time in these simulators.
That's not how it works with me.
I gotta.
Listen, we can still land this thing, but.
I don't.
Bring ZZ too. Use the claim jumper as well. What's the difference?
I mean, we have a mongrel, we have a blood asp, we have a nova, and we have a Samira, which is your Timberwolf. So we got nobody has to be riding the Pouncer. I'm here to tell you that right now. Nobody, don't take that out. That's not a good time investment. That's only if you want to take a ride on the eject seat.
At this point, it's just an heirloom.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why it has to be sold. If we need extra help on the ground, I authorize you to put the Calypso down. Let Oberon handle the defense of the ship. Mm-hmm. And you can come out.
Fair enough.
But your initial drop, I'd rather have you right here, coming to get us. Does that make sense?
Sure.
And I say, I get it. I love ZZ too, but...
This isn't about ZZ. I've got somebody coming and I don't want to get my ass ghosted.
Yeah, I mean, fair, but I appreciate what you're saying. Next time.
Okay.
Next mission.
Okay. Your call. Your ship.
Yeah, I guess it is. You know what? You're right. I felt bad about it before. I'm leaving the cockpit with a clean conscience. Thanks, old man.
He says, Stav, do you know this guy?
Which guy?
And he shows you one of the cameras from the bay.
The Cicerone?
No, it's not the Cicerone.
What's a new guy?
It is the...
Somebody just come in? This is a home invasion?
No, right at the bay doors, you see the butler.
Oh, it's like the ring cam?
Yeah. You see the butler from McKenzie's house.
Yeah, and I look down, I scrunch my face up at the external camera, and I'm like, yeah, he's not the guy I want to talk to, but I got to talk to him before I can talk to the other fucking guy. And say, I'll see you.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to head down. The bing bong, I'm sure, is available. Mm-hmm. I can hear it. I hit the button, and I say, I'm looking more for like a Liam McKenzie type character.
And the gentleman you spoke to before, he said, oh, yes, I spoke with Mr. McKenzie. He would like you to meet him at the Broken Compass, local drinking establishment.
Watering hole.
Yep. I can easily point you there.
And I say, I'm kind of in the middle of something right now. Like, when does he want to do that?
At your convenience, but preferably as soon as possible. If you'd like to get in on, he said, if you'd like to join in on this fabulous deal.
Right here.
And start to really make some money.
Sorry. I turn around and I say, Rashawn, ZZ, and I just start pointing at mechs. All these, ready. And then I'm going to leave. And just go directly with him to this watering hole. Mm-hmm. Of course, I have my gun.
Yeah.
Of course, my regular clothes are concealed flak jacket. I mean, all my regular stuff is designed for things to happen to me that I don't want to happen.
Mm-hmm. And he walks you over to the Broken Compass. Easily make it there through the crowds. You see so many people eating
of course
what look like old Kentucky dogs.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. They have some local variant. God, or maybe the old Kentucky dog is just like a super normal thing. Mm-hmm. They just have it in each place. So it basically sort of looks and smells like industrial, like curdled industrial runoff. Mm-hmm. But you do see tabs getting pulled off as you walk down the streets. It's getting angrier and angrier. I feel a Stavron moment coming on.
The Broken Compass is bustling. It is what you would think of as a little bit of a dive. But
I'm in.
There are several tables all around the bar, and the butler brings you over to a corner booth, whispers to the man sitting down, and that man stands up. Red hair, shaved on the sides.
Fergus McKenzie? Maybe that's the full name?
Fergus Mack was the...
Oh, I know.
Liam
McKenzie.
No, I know. I'm trying to figure out if there's a connection. If Fergus Mack is a euphemism.
For Maka Enzi.
Yeah.
And so he stands up and says, "Oh, Mr. Otho, I presume I've been told that you're interested in maybe joining in and franchising these tabs."
That's cute. I am the person who licenses. I am the one who licenses.
What are you talking about? No, I got this license from Fergus McKenzie or Fergus Mac on Old Kentucky, and
see?
I literally I got the license from him, and I was granted the ability to license it out to others.
This is actually incredible. You know what that means? It means you work for someone who works for me.
I've never heard of you.
Yeah, that's how much higher above you I am in the system. Welcome to my downline. Now, let's take a look at the books. You're authorized to move.
Yeah, I can move everything through Fergus. Yeah, he's the owner of the tabs.
Yeah, but you have to understand, I need to keep an eye on what my people are doing, right? And here's the fact of the matter. There's an opportunity for you. I look at these downline. I look at these deals. I see that I like what you're doing. I see that maybe he's not doing what he should. There's opportunities for elevation.
Roll me a perception check.
Absolutely. Well, perception is actually not something that I have in here.
Okay, then you can use either your charisma or your int.
Well, here, we can do charisma is easy peasy.
Actually,
I can hook you up on that. We're looking for 9.
Okay, so...
I just beat you by 1.
Yeah, by 1. So as you are speaking with Liam, you see a group of 5 other... it looks like a squad of people come in.
Really? Like similar dress when you say
similar
squad?
Dressed, yeah.
This is a militarized...
Yep.
Yeah.
And they sit down, and they all give a genuflection that you immediately recognize as the one that turned
My mother does?
Yeah. And they sit down and they all order beers. And then Liam is still talking to you. He's like, "But sir, I have no idea how I can verify your story. I've never heard of you."
I will bring up literally every piece of documentation I have. I don't go anywhere without my pad. We're going, and I say, "Here is the document. Here is my document with the actual core." I'm like, "This is my boss. So this is your boss's boss's boss." And I show him, and all the dates. I mean, they're all right here. We go to Fergus Mac. We see the deal with Fergus Mac and me. And then, and I say, any deals that he has made with you, and I show him the letter of the law. Like, I break it all completely down for him. And I'm like, you have to understand that you're actually in very dangerous waters here. The best possible scenario for you is that you take his job. The worst possible scenario for you is that you disgorge every C-bill of profit you have made on these tabs. Every C-bill. Some of the people, you don't have the license rights for some of the people that I'm seeing on these tabs. That's a fact of the matter. And also, and I just gesture back like toward the spaceport. And I'm like, these are real people on my ship you have no arrangement with of any kind. You are up to your fucking neck here.
And you see him start to kind of crawl back in his chairs. But sir, I mean, Mr. Otho, I've literally got a signed contract with Fergus that says I have the right to use all these images and the likenesses of these mech jocks, and also the license to use the similar product lines in means of distribution.
And I'm like, I have terrible news for you, Liam. Terrible, terrible news. And unfortunately, it's not the worst news you're going to hear today. And I lay the pad out and I put it out. There's no sub clause. There's no sub licensing. All the stuff that I have with him is based on the stuff I have with the Dawn.
So you're saying I'm paying 15% that goes up, a 15% that goes up and goes up. Is this an MLM?
Well, it depends on what is an MLM. I mean, it's worth considering. But that's not the most important thing to consider today.
Did I get shafted?
Yes. But I'm about to put a rope down deep into this shaft, your shaft, and I'm going to pull you out. And I'm going to pull you out. And while he does that, I'm going to send a text, or send a mail through the network to my mom to tell her that she has to get Fergus Mac on a leash. I thought that she had done this already. Apparently not. But now that this kid knows like the letter of the law, he understands everything. I'm like, there is no reason that you have to stop making money.
Oh, that's great.
I have absolutely. What I'm saying is that this deal is null and void. Now your deal goes directly to me. I'm having your commission fees here.
So I only have to pay you 7.5%?
That's incorrect.
You just said you're going to have it.
Yeah, but you have to understand that you were paying and paying and paying, and it was going over here.
No, I was paying only 15% to one person.
Yeah, but this is what you have to understand. 15% is good.
Yeah, well, you just say you're going to have it. I don't think you understand how business works.
No, so that's where you're wrong. You're the one who's doing all of this incorrectly.
No, I was doing it perfectly, but I had a contract, I had a percentage I was paying.
I had an illegal contract, and I was paying twice the percentage that I should have.
Great. So we're in agreement. I should only pay 7.5. It's a half of the twice.
I think that you don't know about numbers. That's what I think. And I say, look, this is the main thing that we understand. The main thing that we can get across to each other is that you were lost, my boy, and now you're found. Welcome to the fold.
Fucking amazing grace.
I move around behind, and I'm saying, get your pad out, put it on this table. I want to see your entire downline because it's my downline. Don't fuck with me, kid. And I pull up the contract. I pull up a contract, and I edit it. He can have Fergus Mac's slot in the downline. He can go directly to me. I say, listen. Obviously, we were both abused by this wicked man, but there's an opportunity here to make it right. Please don't make me wring you out here. Don't make me juice you like an orange. I will do it. It wouldn't be the first time I've done it today.
Make me another charisma check.
Ooh, that's not so good. 144 or 114. Here, let's go with 9.
Okay.
Against 5.
So this
6.
conversation,
Yeah.
you notice certain people around the compass kind of eyeing you, but they don't. Really pay any attention.
I'm raising my voice for sure.
Yeah, but nobody really cares.
It's a dive. It sounds like so.
No, but nobody's really paying too much attention to you. And he says, okay.
I'm like, look. Here's the fact of the matter is, this is the.
So we couldn't go to 7.5, is what you're saying.
We can't go to 7.5, but we can go to 12.5. But that's going to depend on what I see in this downline. It sounds like you're also acting as a sub-licenser. Let's take a look at what we're talking about here. If I see great performance, I'm willing to take a little bit off my end. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll open the books for you, and he shows you the books. And currently, since his operation has been in play, you can see that he has made 6 million C-bills already.
Okay, so and how long has he been working the angle?
Only, less than 12 weeks.
Okay, so this kid is hot shit.
Yeah,
actually.
He's balling.
Perfect. Yeah, I say, look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 12.5.
Okay.
I make sure that he has all the information that he needs to get the payments to me. Mm-hmm. And I say, in exchange, I've got the most incredible news for you. Mm-hmm. That ship that your butler saw is on the way to Solaris 7.
Okay.
We are about to blow tabs up. We're about to secure the most profound licenses. We're about to become the definition of collectible sports entertainment in the inner sphere. I stand up. Are you with me? Oh, God, I pray.
But there's a rival mafia faction.
It's got to be. He doesn't set this stuff up for no reason. There's going to be another Dawn on Solaris, trust me.
And he
And
just
they know each other.
he just stands up and puts both arms on your shoulders like, let's go!
Yeah. And I turn around and I point to the bar and I say, everybody's drinking. I move my hand in a lassoing motion as though drawing drinks forth from the bar. So we're definitely going to buy a round. We're going to celebrate this. But yeah, man, if none of these other licensors are hustling like this.
But he already, like, at that moment, he already shows you that he's transferring the 480.
Yeah, this is, exactly.
Thousand C-bills.
Yeah, exactly
you
right.
can note that down, that it's been transferred into the ships.
Yeah, and I say, look, this is what we're talking about here. And like I say, it's like everything that you have done, we're going to supercharge it.
Great.
The licenses.
Tell me what's more.
The
Give me some more. I want in.
I say, here's the next suite. I'm like, so where are we moving? Where are we moving from here? This is Morton.
Liam.
No, the planet.
Oh, Milton. 2.
I say, this is Milton 2. I mean, where are we going from here?
I mean, I've got a great thing going on here. I want to expand here. I feel like there's more to expand.
I need Liam. I need more. We got to feed the beast.
Well, I mean, I think I've been done pretty good in 4 weeks. I mean, listen, I can grow this planet to even more and more.
No, exactly. But this is the thing. Back in the day, people used to weep because there were no more worlds to conquer. We don't live in that universe. There's always another world to conquer. I want to know where you're going next. You don't got to tell me today. Okay. But I want to know where you're going next.
Oh. Okay.
You're going to have this place locked down.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, easily. I'm the best. I wake up and piss excellence.
And you're going to get bored. I don't want to see it. Not you. You're young.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
I slap him.
Whoa. What?
Remember that. And I go up to the bar, I'm gonna get our 2 drinks,
okay,
bring them back. And now that that's done, I'm gonna eye these.
You recommend a friend. Do you get a discount on Vicky Cardigan?
I probably should. No, dude. That would be like getting a subordinate into meth or fentanyl or bath
Listen,
salts.
tabs aren't an MLM, but let me talk to you about this MLM.
Yeah, let me talk to you about Vicky Cardigan. No. That's the ultimate power. Yeah, but no, it's like he's actually starting to do good now. I don't want him getting hooked into Vicky. That's rough stuff.
But what if he shit the sun?
Yeah, exactly. Right now he's shitting excellence, but for now we're gonna have to be satisfied with that. So now I'm gonna watch these. I'm gonna watch these sort of Blake guys. So they're making the genuflections just like right out in the middle of the room. Like,
oh, it's very subtle.
What's their garb? Like, what are they dressed like?
They look like they have mechanics.
They're like working the hole.
Yeah.
These aren't jumpsuits or.
It's a jumpsuit, but it doesn't. It's not a jock suit like a mech jock suit.
Yeah. So I'm actually gonna wait. I'm gonna apportion part of my mind to this conversation with Liam McKenzie, and the rest of my mind is going to be invested in these young mechanics, just trying to extract any information that I can. Then I might actually follow them out at a distance.
Okay. You have the con. What do you want to have happen with these? Well, you clearly know who they are and what
exactly.
they represent.
I'm basically going to have the full conversation. Like, we're going to get the rest of this stuff in. I think this kid more or less has it on lock. I think this is actually going to turn out well, and I think that he's going to push it nice in this corner of the sphere. As soon as they get up and leave, I'm going to clap him on the shoulders and say, this is a great day for you. It's a great day for me. It's a great day for Tabs. And I say, we'll be in touch. Warm up the printers, because these Solaris licenses are going to move units.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yep. And so I'm going to stand up, and then as they're leaving, I'm just going to give them some time to leave, and then I'm going to follow them out at a distance, maybe 60 seconds or so.
Yeah, and you can easily follow them down the streets. What do you hear?
I'm more drunk than I than I am.
You're not as sly as you.
No. It's actually the opposite. Because I have acting. I'm actually going to be using that to hide a little bit, just to appear. Less concerning, perhaps, than I might be in, if you're being followed by a man under ordinary circumstances.
What's the first conversation you hear these four talking about?
Oh, man. I think that the conversation doesn't make much sense. So, like the obscured version of the gesture, I think that their mode of diction has some odd angles. I think that it might have a little bit. Let's just say for funsies, let's say there's aspects of it that have a vaguely biblical or old English, like all the way down to the use of thy or thine instead of yours. But that's the only part of it. Like it's just tucked into a sentence that sounds correct elsewhere. But the language itself feels like a cipher.
Okay.
It doesn't. An outsider, outside of this weird old English angle, outsiders cannot penetrate this conversation. They are doing it, but it might as well be another language, but all of the words themselves are in English.
Okay.
It's like it's being obscured.
Sure. And as you continue to walk down the street, one of them looks back. Make me either an acting or a reflex.
Yeah, let's hit him with the acting.
10.
Boy, 10. Ooh. Acting, it's 10.
Okay, so you pass. So So he looks back. What are you doing on the street to?
I run into a pole. Like I run into a power pole. As soon as I see that he's noticed me, I run into a power pole and then fall down and then like sit with my back up against the pole and just catch my breath. Like the pole was new information. I had never seen a pole. I'm just now hearing about poles. This is all new for me. And I'm just rubbing my head. Ugh.
He turns around and they continue to walk.
I'm just going to let them. If they're noticing me at all, that's not something I want to push. The fact of them out here makes me think that this is actually more worrisome. This is like a cell. This faction is like a terror cell. This level of like brazen public appearance is really, really shocking to Savage. Like, and every now and then, like some weird aspect of it, like an accent or a certain mode or a pause in speech reminds him of his mother. So he has a lot to think about here on this pole that he just discovered.
Also, I'm a little disappointed that we didn't learn about the new skill on Stavron's character sheet: knowledge, ancient Earth, Saxon,
Bible
era,
Bible
English
stuff. Yeah, it's right there, and it's a 5. Because you got to work the attribute in, and then you get the skill value. It's crazy. I'm putting up numbers on this ancient Earth.
You just spent the other 20. You just spent the other 22 million seagulls that you had.
This whole show is about ancient Earth relics. That's the whole purpose of it. I started playing this game when I was in high school. This is very traditional ground for me. After a while, after a rest, I'm going to stumble back to the Calypso, where I hope these young people have made the preparations I asked for. We'll see.
Yeah, you get back to the Calypso, and everything's
Ship shape.
looking right.
Is it, Kiko?
Yeah, it is. Everything is like they. What else are they gonna do?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. This is their hobby.
Yeah, this is what they do. The clam jumper is put back together. No thanks to
Saffron? No.
It's in sellable shape now.
It could be purchased by another, or at any rate, traded in.
Yes, traded in. And the simulators are humming because the work's done.
Yeah. Oh, so they're probably competing right now. They're probably just warming up, right? All right, here. Then I'm gonna get on the all ship comm. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna hit the button, close the bulkhead door, and communicate up to the bridge that it's go time.
Okay, and Burnout clearly has the coordinates of this factory.
Oh yeah, we set it up earlier. Yeah, he'll know where it is.
Yep. You take off from the port, and it's not a long flight.
I don't think so.
From Milton, from the port, but Burnout puts you down probably 2 clicks away.
Just get some room.
Mm-hmm. From this factory setting.
I'm in. I'm delighted by this.
What mechs are dropping down?
All right, so you're going to go in the ASP. Is that right? Okay, so ASP for...
You have the ASP card.
Yeah. ASP for Rashawn, and then, if you'll tolerate ZZ and Samira, then I feel like we do that, and then I'll use the Mongrel with its very high TMM as my command platform. That feels like a nice mix to me.
So
I can run around and attract attention.
Mongrel, Samira, and the ASP. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And eventually the ASP is going to get its own cool call sign name, but we got to use it. It's going to earn that name eventually.
Okay, I think it's time to drop down.
Oh boy.
External camera engaged.
All right, now, as I was saying in the dark, I didn't look super hard into this mission. Didn't really investigate it very much.
Yeah, didn't really do any recon.
No, there is. I got excited at the prospect of the Dragonfire for 250,000 C-bills.
No, you were clouded by the good deal.
Yes, and so now I guess we'll find out what the actual price of this deal is. In any case, Mr. Benson, take it away.
You, as you make your way through the forest landscape, you come to the area that has been pointed out on your maps. You can set up 6 inches from the edge, anywhere on that side of the table.
Can we be one? Is it possible to be one step closer to the edge?
You may be about to break.
Okay, all right. You break under those circumstances. Okay, I haven't read all the rules.
Okay, where are we supposed to be?
Yeah. So
what structure are we
getting? What are we trying to rob? Like, what are the coordinates of the structure we're trying to rip off?
You don't know.
Oh, it's just the area? Mm-hmm. Great.
You are going to have to scan.
Scanning buildings. I'm in.
To find out.
Oh, we're looking for some specific signal?
Yep.
I see. It's going to be babies or something, dude. They're going to be like crates of babies. They're going to be stacked like cordwood, like over each other.
I mean, that's what you do with them.
Yeah, that's it. I've got 2. That's normal. Okay, so we each just set ourselves up 6 away. God damn it! Now we're in huge trouble. So we're gonna have to scan like crazy. So I think I got to scan. gonna start
Scanning can
these
be
over here.
done. It will be done by a roll of the die. It's a second action on your turn. When
It's
you
free?
want to scan a building, it's a free action. You have to get a 4 up
Really?
on the die.
Well, let's start scanning away. Let the scanning begin.
You need to be within at least 2 inches of the building you want to scan.
Can do. Well, I'm going to scan these. I bet none of them are it. I bet that we're going to have to go over there. But I'm going to scan it, by God. All right, cool.
You do know that there are at least 3 salvageable parcels within
That have to
the
get snatched.
setting. Yep.
Gotcha. All right, can do. Well, are you ready for the initiativo?
Yes.
Let's try this. Yeah!
Okay.
10.
You have 4 units out. Correct.
3.
3. I have can see 6 coming into your vision.
Oh, boy.
So I have to throw out 2, move 2 first.
Yeah, watch him just drive on the road. Thanks, Ghostly.
No problem.
Thanks for making all these roads. Yeah, and I've learned to fear the tank.
Okay.
Okay, well here, I'd be happy to move one of mine.
So what
here.
counts as a building to scan?
Literally anything.
So any structure
Any structure. that
might
you
have
see.
it. Okay, well here, I'm just gonna come down here. I guess I should scan these two.
Yeah, we got to scan, so there's no
It's
point in moving
It's
right
time
now.
to scan. Yeah, we're just gonna. They have received some type of signal, but they can't see any stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna stand still, I guess.
Okay.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move back here.
Okay.
Yeah. Just try to take my TMM. I dare you.
There's 2 standstills here.
Wait,
Well,
I
we're
move
going
one.
back and forth.
He has to
We
move
have
2
go
for
back.
each of us.
Yep.
So let him come over here.
Okay. So it's 4 to 3 now. So I just moved 1.
Those are some chonky boys, and we were talking about this before. I feel like these are the mechs that I painted from Snord's Irregulars, which has the feeling of like when Mom tells you to get the whip and switch. We don't want any of this. I don't want any of that. I don't need this. And I painted that to look very cool. I don't want a cool looking mech over there. All right, so who's getting their... Cool.
Okay, so now it is 1, and I have 2 left. So
All right, so
We'll
I
move
see
both of
these
these.
two. 1, 2, 3, 4.
okay, these 2 have moved.
Perfect. Samira, stand still.
Is there a line of sight here?
Who are you looking?
The red guy?
You looking at the? This is a Spartan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both have line of sight. They'll both get cover.
Do you want not that?
No.
Oh yeah, just get into the woods. Ground movement. All right. Do your worst.
There's no line of sight there. You're behind 6 inches of
Woods.
woods. There is nothing to. Ooh, nope, nothing to fire at.
Okay.
So you can scan one of those 2 buildings.
Okay, I'm going to scan the building in front.
Okay.
I might as well scan the building in back just in case, right? So we're looking for 4 ups. We're trying to get that Skizan. How about a 4?
You have found 1 piece of...
Of the goodies? Yeah, I'm going to take it then.
Roshan's going to scan that building. 4.
Yes!
There is nothing in that building.
Boo!
Boo! Boo! Is it next? I was so glad the kids brought back Boo. Something bad happens, they're like, boo! And it's like, yeah, it just feels good. Yeah. All right. We have a 4 and they have a 7. Curses. Now I've got a couple buildings to check out here. So I think I'll move down here. My jorts. And now they can kick rocks. Rock kicker.
Yeah, okay.
Kicking some rocks. I mean, I think it's pretty fun and exciting.
It can't actually.
Oh, fair. I mean, I'll take your word for it. I think it's really cool. I'm super pleased at having the ground vehicles in. We gotta get some helicopters and some hovercrafts. Some omni-mechs. How about some elementals? Let's get them all in here. Right, and it's Rashan in the Asp and ZZ in Samira, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, that's something new to scan.
Okay.
If Samira were to get here, do they have line of sight?
Depends on how far out.
Okay.
You stick it. If you stick it 2/3 out, yeah, they'll have line of sight of each other.
Okay. Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Voodoo Lou Kerensky. Oh, I know. I know they can hitch a ride. I'm ready. All right. So is that all movement?
No, I've got these 2 young.
More juice. It is time to scan. High ground is real here. I'm starting to wonder about it actually.
Okay.
All right, we
Do
ready?
you have anybody that can shoot?
Yeah, ZZ, but we're going to do the scans first.
Okay.
6.
6.
Enough.
Nothing on that one.
Okay.
All right, now. Oh, is it when does it happen? Same time?
You can scan.
Here, we're going to stand right here.
We're doing that instead of attacking.
4 up. Got it.
Nothing in that.
Okay.
So ZZ starts with a 5.
No, she has 4.
No, she has 4.
Okay, 4. There is. What is the TMM?
You are looking at a TMM of, on the Highlander, that is 1.
Okay, so that is 5. It is plus 1 for cover is 6, and then there is medium range, which is plus 2. So we're looking at 8.
Yep.
Not bad.
That is a 9.
Ooh, 9.
So that's 7 points.
Okay.
That is really, really nice. That's what we need. At the very beginning,
Okay, so it starts with a 3, then
Team M2.
Team M2, 5.
Cover.
Cover is 1 for 6, and 2 for 8. And as both salvos hit at the same time, you take 6 points of damage.
This is a big punch over there. All right.
Haha. Oh, no. How many inches of... cannot see you through
Too many tree.
Too much tree. The Von Luckner cannot do anything.
Okay. This is great news for us. Now, is that it for shoots?
Yes.
Okay. Back to the top. Get that initiativo. 7. 7. Let's try again. I will take 7 over double ones, yeah. My mongrel.
Okay.
All right. So you've moved 2. Now we got to move.
Just 1.
Okay. I'm thinking about jumping up here. It seems reasonable. Jorp. Yeah, when I was painting those guys, I had a look at the stat cards, and it was unpleasant. Big honkers, stomping around, being goofy.
2? 2 to move?
No, because it's 3 to... there are 3 to 2 right now. That has to be double. So once you move the next one, I have to move 2. Because it'll be 1 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that you are the dungeon master, storyteller man.
So, ironically,
Yeah.
this blood asp is not even remotely as good as this.
Well, it has a life cycle. That Timberwolf has had its significant investments. Oh, wow. No, it's aggressive. They're making a play, but I guess that's what numbers will do to you.
Okay.
Okay, now, so where does Samira go?
So where does Samira have to be to
Shoot that guy?
shoot that guy again?
I mean, this is still open. It's just covered terrain. So as long as you get
Yeah, because he's not 6 inches deep in it, there's lots of viable options for you.
So your head just has to be, and you can literally stay there.
Yeah, you don't have to move.
Yeah, but
you're still clean.
it's
It's center to, point on.
I got Team M2 is the problem.
Well, here, then there's definitely some small movements you can make.
I just don't want to get exposed.
No, no.
Over here.
No, absolutely not. There is a play here.
So,
Yeah.
am I safe from these guys?
Well, you're on the other side of the woods, but do you need like 6 inches depth to be truly safe? So the range of valid medium shots here mean that you could even move a little bit farther back if you wanted. Medium from there, because he's moved up, is a vast window. So you can keep your attack numbers, right?
Yeah, but now I'm no longer in I don't get the force cover.
You're going to get, I mean, you'll have cover from line of sight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all these jackasses, they don't. You have cover from this forest from them, which is the main thing.
Right.
All right.
I lost, oh, got to move this young boy.
Oh yeah, you got the big tank.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
Are you scanning?
You ready for real action? Yes, of course. I love to scan. I'm gonna scan this silo. Are you serious? No.
No.
I don't scan it. I wanted to.
Shooting.
Okay, first he's shooting at the blood asp, a guillotine. So it's 3 plus TMM above the blood asp.
1.
1.
For sure.
4, 1 for cover, and medium range, 4, 5, 7 total.
A classic target number. Got it
7
exactly.
on the dot. You get 7 points of damage.
On the asp. Now I definitely have a good shot on him.
Now the Sturmfuhrer
Yeah.
will fire at the asp as well. Can you get me a
The tank.
I
You
think
need a range?
range on that?
You bet.
Wait, who? Oh, the tank. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, you're looking at 26. So it's a long range shot.
Long range shot. So that's 3 plus 1, 2, right, for the TMM, or 1?
What?
Just one.
1. So 3, 4. Cover. Oh, is there? Yeah, you're in the tree line. Cover is 1. So 5 plus 4. We're at 9s. No. You see missiles launch. Nothing comes through but tree damage.
Splintered
Yeah.
wood.
I don't know if he can. Yeah.
Blood ass was big.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's so
yeah,
good.
you got 2.
There's a great shot there from the Von Luckner.
Yep. We will do that. Can you give me a range on that?
27.
One? 27. Okay. So, 3 plus 1, 5 for cover, and 9 again.
It's another big one.
No, 8.
8. All right. I'll take it. Now what?
Yes. 3 plus, what's Samira? 2. 2. 5 plus 1 for cover is 6.
Medium range is 2.
8.
8 total. Whoa!
No. You see the salvo come across and completely go over ZZ's
It's
head.
just a glint.
All right, we'll do ZZ first since
Yep.
it's the same. 8. Big no.
Trees start to fell.
Oh, yeah. Just the heat alone. Yeah. All right. Now,
Blood asp here.
so we can bind fire on him probably.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say no cover on that. He's way
No,
up
he's
there.
clean.
No
Yeah.
cover. Yep.
These are smooth shots.
So 2.
Oh, that's right. You made the investment, and it was a good investment. 2 for your gunneries. Oh,
Oh, you actually spent the 8 million?
oh yeah. Yes.
Oh, good to know. Thanks.
It hurts. It burns us.
I marked it on my sheet.
Okay. All right, so 2.
2. Team M on.
That's a guillotine, I think. Yep, guillotine.
Yeah,
TMM
it was
of 1.
So that's 3. No cover, but medium range is 2, so 5.
Evil. 8.
6 points.
You see armor just get shredded off of the guillotine.
Here, and I'm going to try to back him up here with this. My starting target number is still 4.
Yep. And you jumped.
I did.
So that's +2. So you're at 6. The TMM is 1. So that's 7. Still no cover, but
medium range.
Medium range, so you're at 9.
Looking at 9. All right, ready? Oh! How about a crit? Is that sufficient? Does that do anything for you?
Okay, roll me a crit.
I will. They're quite rare, given how many times we roll these dice. 11. That's not 9.
That's an engine hit.
I'll take
One
it.
more, and that boy blows.
Right here, so let's. That is a
but how
total
many-
of 4 points of damage.
You see the guillotine just start to lose lots of its control. Its motor functions are...
There's a judder in the stabilization.
So is it in the structure now?
Oh, yeah.
So do we do 2 crits?
No, it's just one.
Just
per.
one, got it. You sort of blew it on the...
Yeah, I messed up. That was not mathematically optimal. I agree. All right, so is that all shots?
Yep.
All right. Initiative again. Back to the top. Ooh, 12. Nope. I'll take it.
Damn.
These dice is hot.
They're brand new.
Yeah, they're so clean. Love that old anodized. Oof.
So what is the engine? What's the... engine hit is... +1 heat. +1 to firing weapons.
But apparently it's really bad. 2 engine hits, so it just blow up the mech. So I mean, I'll go for that, Keek. Next time they...
Yeah. Roll 2... roll boxcars and then roll an 11. Exactly. Do that.
It's like we're looking for some craps techniques. Yeah, but he's on his last legs for sure. I'm going to figure out where the right place for me to be is, but I might be able to drop something on him.
Okay.
I should probably move last, Keek, because they're going to have a ton of opportunities up here with this tank and all this stuff. If I can situate myself correctly for him as our last move, I think I wipe him up and you use the other mechs to clean up. That's just my theory.
Did I lose a mech? I thought I had 6 out. I guess not.
Yeah, I thought you did have 6 out.
I've been doing the math wrong.
Or you just did it wrong.
I did the math wrong.
Original plan. Well, listen, I'm glad to only see 5. That's a huge comfort to me. So what are you thinking?
I wish that sprint added to the TMM.
God, right?
You would think that it would.
I keep having that same fantasy. I would use it more,
Yeah.
right? I love to use it. But if you want that TMM plus, you got to pay, right? You got to jump. Go ahead and jump.
Rest in peace,
Yeah.
Mr. Roth.
Right?
Has that asp moved?
Not yet.
Nope.
I want to take the
Yep.
token off and token off that.
Well, all right. Trying to say it helps the game work. Man, they are out for blood. Right now, get a little asp maneuver. And then if I go last, that'll be great for me because they can definitely tear me apart if they do this right. Help Samira gang up on the Highlander. What do you think?
So where can I put the blood asp so that it can see the Highlander?
You can't do it there.
Okay.
You would have to be inside of that tree system.
Line?
You'd have to be in here anywhere.
Oh, got it. So,
Because right now you're behind. Both of them are behind too much tree.
so how do I see this mech?
You'd have to be over here.
Okay. Which,
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that's something I can pull off.
all right. And the blood asp will just stay there.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, now we're gonna see what's going on with this element over here, right? Because there might be a tender target there. Some rear arc activity. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you had 2 left to our 1. Do you have to move the tank as well?
Oh yeah.
Now let's see how froggy this Von Luckner is. Is he trying to create problems? Is he trying to start something? Okay. Well, here, I mean, I can move forward a little bit. Those guys are not really looking over here, I don't think. Or do I get something else? Because I still want to scan this. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm going to scoot forward a little bit.
You are in the back arc here.
Oh yeah, I think it's pretty clean there. But this guy I could also pick him up. All right, time for shots.
You scan first?
Yep, I love to scan. No scan.
Okay.
We won. So you got shots.
He must shoot. He has lots of shooties.
First, the Highlander will go after Samira. Says 3 plus 1 for cover. We're at 4.
Yep.
Team M2.
Team M2.
Shocking.
So 6 plus 2 for medium, I believe.
Should be 8.
8.
Who God
4.
no? That's a 4.
Okay, that's great news. All right, now
Now the
guillotine.
I don't think the guillotine doesn't have a shot on anyone.
He might not. Yeah.
Actually, it does.
There's a lot of woods.
He has a shot on you.
Yeah, that's probably true. From that back arc, he can shoot up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you give me a range on that? if
Oh,
you don't
absolutely.
mind?
My guess is 26. Let's see. Nope, we are still
22.
securely within medium range.
Okay, so 3 plus. You are not in cover. What's the TMM on the mongrel?
3.
Right, because you didn't jump.
Yep.
So 3 plus 3 is 6. Plus 2, 8s again.
Is 8. Yes.
They spend 1
No.
chip to shoot and hit you for 4.
Okay. Could end up being an expensive. It could end up being an expensive job. All right. He's got nothing. It sounds like.
No, he can easily get you into. Yep. I don't know. I think the building's in the way.
Yeah, I think
Is
it's...
that, yeah, the tanks are squat.
But
right?
he's going in to shoot for that. There is cover on the asp. So 3 plus the asp is 2 or 1? 1. Sorry. 3, 4. Cover is 5. Medium range 7s. No.
5. Dude, we have lucked out this round.
Yeah, because...
Well, some of us have.
Yeah, we're like 1 shot away here.
I'll tell you that for free. All right, now you got some shots.
Team M here.
2.
So we're looking at 6s from Rashawn. Because we've got 2, 2. So for 4, 2 for medium range.
Mm-hmm.
No cover.
No cover.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're shooting through trees.
7.
Is even? Okay.
Nope.
That's 4. Now, blood asp.
We'll do ZZ since it's the same numbers.
Yep.
8s for ZZ on the one she's
Helen.
been sparring with the whole time. Oh, for ZZ.
Well, ZZ has her own chip, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a chip.
Okay. You're gonna risk ZZ
Oh,
getting
ZZ dying on this job? God, you're right. That's not good, is it? Well,
You can, okay, so, I mean, the
it'll
thing is, you
probably
can use
kill
them
that thing.
intersparsely, so, like, they're
Yeah, but I don't
universal.
want Rashawn to die either. We're one hit away from popping these cockpits over here.
I think there's a scenario where we. I mean, I don't know. I literally do not know the number of bubbles left on that, and that's what makes it scary.
Is it more than 7?
I was saying I don't know what they are. Like 7 is a lot. If it's not, then it's still here, and then it could still kill us, and then we'll be out of point, right? We can't have this many mechs on the table.
No risk, no reward, a correct
we can't have this many mechs on the table.
All right, 7 points.
How does that Highlander get blown to pieces?
Well, I have a Samira, so we're talking about.
But this is Zizi using Samira.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're talking, it's a powerful
She's
platform.
using Roshan's.
Yeah.
So it's a bit inartful.
Is it coming out? It's like coming out of the tree line.
It's not precise targeting.
No.
But it's more of like the alpha.
No,
everything
is going
is going in this direction. A lot of it goes past.
Yeah.
But it's enough.
Yeah. A lot of it is striking office space, parking lots.
There's exactly 7 points left.
Okay, thank God. I knew because we had gotten into some structure that wasn't perfect. But anyway, so we love that. So now I'm going to try to come after this guy here because he is hurt bad, and if I can deliver a final blow on him, that'll change the numbers in our favor. So I start at 4. We go to
TMM of 1.
TMM of 1, so that's 5.
Yep.
Plus 2 for medium range for a roll of 7, which for Stavron's pretty good. God, I'm looking at this card now. I'm like, let's just use chips every time. Obviously, that's incorrect. 8. I got it. 4 points, please.
Give me a death.
Oh boy. So it hits.
They trade.
Yeah.
They've traded.
Exactly. So it strikes me up back here. Like while I'm scanning the building, shots come in, strike the plates, sort of drive me back against the silo, and then when the AC goes down, it strikes this thing, and it loses forward control. It just starts to like a zombie walk through a couple trees that catch on fire like as it's going, like, but it's walking in like what seems like a purposeful way, but it's just lost the ability to move in a sensible way. It's like cordyceps.
And crumbles to the... Okay.
Well, if he can see the asp, then that can see the asp.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's true. The Von Luck.
Well, thank you for that. 3 plus 1 is 4.
I'm gonna just say long range.
Yeah, I think that's comfortably long range.
5, it's a 9.
Is it extreme range though?
No, because we don't have... it would have to be edge to edge. These are two 24
Oh yeah,
inch
it
boards.
isn't a full map.
That hits.
9?
Great.
It was a 9 to hit. 3 points.
Give me a crit.
I mean, there's a scenario.
5. No critical hit.
Yay. No, there's a scenario where I tried to get an extra die off this back arc hit, but I think getting rid of a whole mech is probably the right play. Right? All right, I guess it's next turn.
And you just hear over the comms, Commander?
Yeah. I see, this is Stavron.
Any orders?
Oh, is this
Burnout?
I'm sorry, I don't know which one it is. I was like, there's a bunch of people who could be asking me for orders here. I tell him that I want him to fly by with the Calypso, and fire on the field.
Or maybe add a mech to the mix.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. It'll take him a second. I say, I think we need you out here in the Nova. I say you might get that cockpit time after all.
Hell yeah! Let's do this!
This is right here. He's feeling good. He's feeling right. He's feeling free.
Sorry. 9.
7. All right.
3 to 3 now.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, here. What do you think the strong play is, Keek? I mean, this thing's factory fresh, right? We're all real low. None of us want to be in this situation, right? The Mongrel has really good TMM, but it is not sitting pretty health-wise. Right? And it's just one move per one move, so there are opportunities over here for a flank.
We're going to move 10 inches.
Smooth. Yeah, so he'll spend his going home. He hears his mom. He's gotta go home. Okay, so he has moved. You moved. He has moved. Is it an asp situation? I can come down here and look out this way.
We need to scan.
It's true. And this thing is still not scanned. And it seems like it would have something great in it. Right? Look at this. Look at this silo. Like, obviously there's something delicious in here. And it's like, this feels like an advertisement for silos. Do you need new silos? Come talk to the general. Well, this building hasn't been. No, I got 2 scanned successes here, actually. So the Von Luckner is basically going to do whatever it wants. that's what's happened now, right? So is there a way for me? This is not scanned. There might be something.
Neither is the silo next to you.
I mean, I agree. I just don't want to get chewed up, but that may not be up to me, right? He's just going to drive up around and shoot my ass. Here, go like this. Try to shoot that ass. Good luck. Anyway, I'm looking like $1 million here.
I can't get him. Damn.
Now,
By being targeted by 3 different things?
well, yeah, but not in the back arc. You have to think about that.
Then why don't you do this?
Yes,
I
please.
guess that's true. Yeah, that's fine, actually. I can shoot him from there. Here, so we'll
I
go
don't
there.
know, expose yourself to every enemy
to
unit?
All vehicles on Earth. Okay. Now, you know me, Eric. You know I love to scan, right? Mm-hmm. We've talked about it before.
We talked about good
I'm
scanning.
huge into scanning. And I scanned something.
You find another piece of salvage in there.
Yay! Woohoo!
I'm gonna scan this tree.
Yeah, it's like Legend of Zelda. Like they're hiding their rupees and pots and stuff. They're never gonna find them in here.
Okay.
We're gonna put this in this oak. Gonna freak out when they find it in here.
We lost.
Lockner has no shots. Oh, you did? Yeah. Did you lose?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
lost. So
Pretty juicy shot.
Yep, you're just
Very powerful.
There's going to be cover.
Yep. Okay, so Team M2 here.
Yep.
So we'll start with 4. Team M2 is 6. +1 for cover is 7, and then 2 for long range. We're looking at 9.
It's 9. It's not so good.
Oh!
It's just it's time for the chip. The chip's so great. Oh, I love the crunch of the chip. And we can have it. Do we want to crunch a chip? I don't know. It's like, they'll make more. I mean,
Yeah, sure, do it. Because he's just going to die.
you can't do it. You can't do it. Now, Blood Asp.
Blood Apps has no targets. It's on the other side of the
No
forest.
targets. But you're...
Also not exposed.
Yeah.
but you have a target?
The tank?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought you said it had a target. I was like, really?
Yeah, you do.
What?
The tank.
Okay, I'm so glad to hear that. All right.
Well, actually, hold on. Let's
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But you're
No.
the boss.
Sorry. Nope.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
I was
I
gonna
was
say,
like, hey, you're
I
the
think by a
boss.
long shot.
Sounds good. All right.
Yeah, that's
So
negative
no.
Ghost Rider.
No. All right, but I do get a very plump TMM. I know you like that.
Okay. First, we'll do this.
Yeah.
The Spartan, 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 for cover is 6, and 8 for medium range.
8.
No, that's a 6.
Been lucking out.
Solid 6.
Been lucking out.
All right, here we go. Up here, 3 plus.
Von Luck.
What is your
3.
3? You do not have cover. So
Probably got
6 and 2 for medium range. That is another 8. God damn.
4. It's annihilated.
You just hear this cannon explode, and you take 3 points of damage.
Yeah, I definitely lose that mech. It pops. So what happens to my mongrel?
You gonna die or spend a chip?
Yeah, it's just a chip. Would you like to keep playing Black
I'm
Remnant?
just saying.
Yeah.
You eject, but you do see as the mongrel breaks to the ground and you're floating above the battlefield, you can look down into that silo and you do see the salvage.
I see that. Thanks, Salvage. No, are you there, Salvage? It's me, Stavrin. I think is the YA novel people have been waiting for. Very specific audience. Mm-hmm. Maybe 10 people.
And that's our next turn.
All right. Now, do we have to hang this up?
So yes, but you just hear, "I'm in, boys!" and you get to put burnout anywhere
On the half?
24 inches.
On the half of the map?
Yep.
All right, cool. Well, here, when we play again, he'll be right here.
You're going to put him right next to where.
Well, it's good
Stavrin
cover
go up.
from most people.
Okay.
And he'll be able to move around and do it. That's my guess.
Okay.
Well, actually, he needs to check out. So we've checked out all these buildings, right?
Mm-hmm. You've got 2 of the 3.
No, this is still the right place.
Why don't we wipe the board
I mean, this also works.
and then scan at our?
And scan at our leisure. All right, here. So we can go all the way out here. So, yes.
24 of what?
So right here.
Or just
24. You got this whole side of the board.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, you tell me. I don't. It seems good.
Maybe with his daughter.
Yeah. So over here with the team, I can see that. those rush out of the trees. Reverse Homer maneuver. Right, they're there.
And that's where we'll end.
Yeah, through in. All right. Well, God bless. So because the mongrel very expensive to fix, it's going to be up on the scope probably for a while.
I mean, it's probably cheaper to fix Stavrin. So
Yeah, I was just going to say if we have to lose a mech, and they're going to be paying attention to someone, it might as well be one of the least expensive ones we have out there. And that TMM kept me safe for a while, so I'm not too mad. And we've lucked out with a bunch of these shots, so I'm loving the flavor. Now, Gathered Throng. Now, next week, ordinarily we would see them next Tuesday.
We'll be in the sky.
We're going to be way, way up in the sky. In fact, we're going to be at PAX Oz or on the way to PAX Oz next week. But if you end up at PAX Oz, last year they had a really fun, really cool introduction to wargaming area, and they were playing Battletech, but not Alpha Strike. They were playing Battletech with all the bubbles and taking damage to specific areas of mechs. And it was very, very exciting.
Heat sinks and
and customs. Very, very exciting to watch that. To watch the full Total War version of the game played there for sure. But there's lots of wargaming, lots of board gaming, lots of video gaming, if you can believe it, at the video game show. But yeah, Kiko and I will both be there. Don't be a stranger. We love to make friends. But yeah, we won't see you next Tuesday, which is typical for us. We probably won't see them the Tuesday after that either, is my guess. We will be out of our minds returning time-wise.
We will be recovering from jet lag.
No, exactly right. But hey, until next time.
Yeah, also, big thank you to Milsarp Mephistopheles and Gades. I think both of them have become kind of the lore keepers.
Oh, no, the lore keepers are definitely in the mix.
Cool stuff over to us.
Yeah, Mephistopheles in that Black Pants Legion mix. A fellow friend of Tex. Definitely check out the Turning Point at Twycross if you haven't seen it and you want to brush up. I've been listening to it like a podcast on the way home from the office.
That's how I watch YouTube videos. It's all podcasts.
It is so good. It will teach you what some of the basic conflicts are about. Like the idea of warring human cultures so far apart from each other that they have become alien. It is unbelievably good, and you should check it out right away. But hey, until next time, this has been Black Remnant. This is Eric. That's Kiko. I'm Sherry. Ghost on the cam. Josh on the ones and twos. We'll see you.